Yeah, when my time comes, mama, and they go to lay me in the ground. When my time comes, baby, and they go to lay me down. When my time comes, baby, I want you to do me right. Before they close the lid, mama, put in my favorite buck knife. Yeah, all the knives up in heaven, baby, they're made out of diamonds and gold. All the knives up in heaven, made out of diamonds and gold. Yeah, they never need sharpening and they never grow old. Yeah, when they go to lay me down, baby, I want you to do me right. Yeah, when they go to lay me down, baby, I want you to do me right. Yeah, before they close the lid, slip in my favorite buck knife. Yeah. My favorite buck knife. Yeah, my favorite buck knife. All right, folks, this is a knife video. Obviously, that's a little tune that I made up, worked together this morning, and recorded it. Yeah, I've pulled out quite the bulk of my buck knife collection, and I thought there's some folks, some knife channels that are posting up buck. Giving the Buck Company much praise, which they deserve. And so I thought, well, you know what, I'll do a little episode here, and I'll kind of get into some of these buck knives. Now, when that song was playing, I guess you could say this is my favorite buck knife. This knife here is from 1965. Most of you have never seen the first generation bucks. Notice the 3 pins, slimmer body. Here's a one from 70 that I bought in 1972. That's the first buck I ever purchased right here. Slimmer. Look at that. Yeah, definitely big difference. This is a rare buck knife that I picked up a couple years ago with the original sheath. And look at that sheath. Completely different than the buck knives that most people are familiar with. So, yeah, man, if they go to bury me, have the old lady slip this buck knife in before they close the lid. I don't know, man. It'll get passed on to one of my grandkids for sure. But yeah, this is around 1965, folks. That's a special buck, very, very rare. I'm really blessed to have been able to add that into my collection, especially in the kind of condition that it's in. It's just an amazing knife. Anything prior to 68, 7, in that era, you get into the early, mid-60s, and these bucks are, they're very, very difficult to ever come upon. But let's take a look at some of the other bucks. So like down here, this is the first 110 that I purchased as a young guy in high school. This is a 1972 110. Here's the sheath. Kept in pretty good condition. 1972. And then in 1973 or so, I bought this 119. And I've used that a lot. Hunting and camping. And done my own thing with it. I got a bicycle rubber tire there for better grip. I think that's right around 73-ish or so. And in this one here, right around the same time, I bought the little small, this is one of my favorite bucks right here. I bought this little guy, and I've used this a lot. I've used this little buck a lot. Yeah. Yeah, this is a great model. This is the 102. Yep. So I've had these bucks here for a lot of years, and those are the buck knives that got me into buck. And so then I, kind of collecting them over the years, and you can see the kind of the lineup I got going on. I mean, folks, you can go crazy with buck. I mean, they've been around a long time. And I've tried to pick up the rare early ones, and I've been fortunate to have done that and picked up a few early ones. Here's one right here, and check out that leather stamping there. And you can see here you got the red fiber there. Here's, yeah, upside down buck. Yeah. That is another 102, I believe. Now, man, this might be one of the, I can't remember, man. It's been a while since I've had these out. But that's a rare buck right there with the original sheath. Inverted stamp. See that? Yes, indeed. That's a 60s buck right there. Yeah. And I do have a great big general, and I think this one's early too. Let's take a look here. Yeah, see the inverted stamp? This one has a USA, but wonderful condition for an early knife. Inverted stamp, USA, later than this one here. Yep. This is not the 102. The 102 was the one I showed you earlier that I bought years ago. Here's another fixed blade one here. This one's inverted also. Look at that. That's a 105. I think this one here is a 105. I'm sure it is. Pretty sure. I think it is. But here's a 105. I have the sheath for this one too. This one here, it's not inverted, but nice knife. Here's another early one, and I have the sheath somewhere for this. Look at this. Is an inverted buck USA, a 103 classic Skinner. Yeah, that's a rare knife, man. I mean, they're tough to find. I have the original sheath, I think, just about for everything here. I have some commemorative bucks also. Let's see here. Well, we're going to go with, we'll go with this one here. The 112, this is one of the Buck of the Month clubs, I think. Yeah, this is the Boss Magna Cut. Never been used. Need to throw a little oil on it. There's the original sheath. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Yeah, it's genuine Jacaranda rosewood on that. The Magna Cut. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful rare knife. They only made so many of those. Here's one here. This is a cool Air Force model that I picked up. Look at that cool engraving. And I got the original sheath with it. Yeah. And here is, I think this is the Buck of the Month club here. Oh, this is the 1972 50-year buck. Right here. Yeah, this one here, this is cool, man. This has the anvil on it. Buck made so many special models and things over the years, folks. I haven't pulled these out in a long time, so I kind of can't remember all the little ins and outs on them, but I've got the original sheath with that. And I've got some really nice, this one's pretty sweet here. This is a, what is it, a 113. Nice little, these were fixed blades that Buck made in this design of a 110 that's been opened up. It's basically the size, I think, of a 110, but designed into a fixed blade. These knives have never been used. I've got the original sheaths for them. This one's really sweet here. This one is, this is the Boss. Nickel, silver with the ebony. I think they made this in a bone version and a simulated ivory or something too. Never been used. They never get used. I've got these three that I bought when I was in high school that I'll use. But beautiful, beautiful Buck, nice man. Yeah, Hoyt Buck and the Buck family. There, I actually don't live that far from them. I'm along the edge of the Rocky Mountain Range in Idaho, and so is the Buck factory. Yep. Again, folks, let's all play that song again for you, and we'll go ahead and look at that rare 1965 first generation Buck 110 again. And they go to lay me in the ground. When my time comes, baby, and they go to lay me down. When my time comes, baby, I want you to do me right. Before they close the lid, mama, put in my favorite Buck knife. Yeah, all the knives up in heaven, baby, they're made out of diamonds and gold. All the knives up in heaven are made out of diamonds and gold. Yeah, they never need sharpening and they never grow old. Yeah, when they go to lay me down, baby, I want you to do me right. Yeah, when they go to lay me down, baby, I want you to do me right. Yeah, before they close the lid, slip in my favorite Buck knife. Yeah. My favorite Buck knife. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless. Stay safe. Keep them sharp.